Okay, folks, and here we are in 1080p with low resolution, uh, like low settings. Seems pretty good. It's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad for, I added infinite ammo so I can test this sucker out. Lighting needs to be rebuilt and that'll look a little more fantastic. Oh yeah, that'd be like this, eh? Now with the to give you an idea about where this engine's going, you could make if you have Windows 10, which I don't. Um, you can do something with what's called chaos destruction, and when you hit that little corner there, it might blow off and send pieces everywhere, and it could actually hit a player and cause some damage too, right? Like there's all kinds of neat things you can do damage on buildings and stuff like that, and you can have a war zone where you just trash the place, which is all part and dandy. Like in a 10-minute match, what can you blow apart, right? But hell yeah. That's the thing, eh? I don't have Windows 10, and until I get a new PC, it's not gonna happen. And I still would keep this one for the front of the internet, just because, whatever, If Microsoft wants telemetry, it's gonna have to come right to my front door and ask for it. I don't know how Windows works without you plugging it into that. Like basically what I would be doing is compiling and doing stuff on it and then transferring it over to this computer to have fun with and show you guys. It's just not an option to be in the middle of something and them trying to spy on what you're doing. It's not like we can trust any of these big corporations these days anyways. Most of the time they're real snaky. Like this is just awesome. And I can add bots into this right now, right? And then be like having a fight with other people, like an AI in here, right? I'll show you guys. Okay. You go into the option, or is it options? Okay, that's where you set all your resolutions and different stuff like that, right? Quality and whatnot. If you go in here, where is it? Oh, come on, pop it up. Oh, I hit the enter key. Yes, no. Not want me to do that. Maybe no. Doesn't want me to do that now. Not letting me. Come on, you. Huh. Weird. Hold on. Main menu. Okay, let's go to the main menu here. Alright. Yeah, here's what I was wanting to show you guys. So when you start this, it just takes you right into a thing, right? You go into here and you can, if I wanted to be the host and you had my IP address, you could set this, or team deathmatch, right? You can team up against the AI, right? This is already a fun little operation thing, right? And you can put in a whole bunch of bots and they'll spawn, and these bots are killer. Let's see here. And you can even pick the maps that you want, right? Like right now it's defaulted on that sanctuary one, right? So once I put all these maps in there and then set up so that you can get power-ups and different things at locations, that one map where I had a giant desert, you could be running around in there with like, a few people anyway, right? I'll have to look here and find out how many people can connect to this at once, but anyway, it's pretty nuts. Yeah, if you turn your LAN on, that's how that works, and you can actually record this, and I'm not sure how that works too. I'll have to look and see how that works. But anyway, and it's even got leaderboards, so you know, it'll record whoever comes in and fights, right? And you take a name and everything else, right? Like you can set up a dedicated server, I suppose, and then have that on, right? And you could do a LAN server, right? And this is the way games should be, right? It's more fun this way. Then you can have some fun with your friends, and you don't have to worry about, you know, call them LAN parties. It's an old school thing. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. So anyway, a little bit more about that. And the other thing I might want to try and do is look at the jetpack code and see if I can bring that into this guy and see if I can put some of that coding into this and have some kind of maybe put a jetpack on the guy or something you can pick up, and then it puts a pack on you and you can fly or something. Because that would be then you can not just think of levels, you can fly to around too and start shooting at people. This is where, you know, this is all part of the development, and you're having fun. And I had another video in between these two, and what had happened was when I tried the low settings, it suddenly started trying to build all the shaders, which are the textures and everything, and I was like, oh my god, OBS is recording this. So yeah. Looked like crap for about 10 minutes there. But yeah, there's lots to do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of keep messing with this a bit for the next week, right? So that by just before Christmas, I'll do a build, right, an exe that you can play on Windows 7 or higher, and any 64-bit Windows actually. Now that I think about it, it should work. And I'll give that out as sort of a little Christmas present for getting close to 400 subs. Yeah, so everybody can enjoy a little whatever, you know. And you know, I mean, this is not bad considering, you know. And when you consider in making levels now, you can use the Quixel texturing and do, you know. I could do a couple of levels for you guys that are really rich and have the 2K and 4K monitors and stuff, and you'd be just going, wow, that's neat. And it's not really, it's more or less my artistic put into a map. All the work, the real hard work, was already done, right? It's like, oh, this is neat. And I already have a technical background, so like I was expecting to have to do a lot of coding and different things like this. This is literally almost no coding. Now, mind you, if you wanted to optimize stuff like this, probably dropping down to the C++ level and messing with some things would probably do better, you know? And you might even then begin to think, okay, I should have a couple of different PCs here, you know, one with the high specs, one with medium specs, and one with low specs, and you test stuff out to see what you can fix for each, and then that's how you end up with a product or a game or whatever that's proper, that people don't get upset that somebody feels excluded, right? That's the main thing. Yeah, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Anyway, gonna let you go. I'll throw this up, and that's it for today. I'm gonna go get a coffee. I want to do some level messing around with creating levels and textures and all that jazz. So a little bit of learning on my side in a quick way. Take care, everybody.